Function f is given by this. Work out x when f of x equals this. Okay, easy guys. We just equate them. So 2x plus 1 equals minus 5. Then subtract 1. 2x is minus 6. Divide by 2. X is negative 3. The function g is given by g of x is x squared. Work out f g of 3. So first we get g of 3. G of 3 is 3 squared, which is 9. And then we sub 9 into f. So I just get f of 9, which is 2 times 9, 18, plus 1, which is 19. Okay, nice, easy start. Question 2. Factorize fully 6x squared y plus 21xy. So I can take out, guys, common factors 3, an x, because there's an x in both, and a y. Then here I have to put 2, because 2 times 3 gives me the 6, and another x, because x times x gives me x squared. No need for a y, because I just have one y and it's here. And then over here I have plus 7. No need for any letters, because 7 times this gives me 21xy. And that's it. Okay. 3a, circle the matrix that represents a reflection in this line. Okay, so guys, I'm just going to very quickly show you the identity matrix graphed, and then the line y equals x, sorry, y equals minus x is this line here. So the identity matrix, guys, is 1, 0, which is this point here, 1, 0, and then this point here, which is 0, 1. So then what happens to these 2 points when we reflect in the line y equals minus x? Well, this guy goes to here, so that's 0, minus 1. So this is going to go to 0, minus 1, and this guy is going to go to here, which is minus 1, 0. So we highlight, guys, this one is the first one. Obviously, you don't have to show all that working, but I just wanted to explain it. Okay, 3b. Show that this is equal to k times I. Now, this is I, guys. This is the identity matrix. Okay, let's multiply this out. So remember, when we're multiplying matrices, we do the row times the column. So that will give me top left. So top left is 2 times negative 3 minus 6 plus 4 times 1 minus 6 plus 4. Top right, 2 times minus 4 is minus 8 plus 4 times 2 is 0 plus 4 times 2 is 8, which will give me 0. Then the bottom left will be this times this, so that's minus 3 times minus 3 is plus 3, and then minus 3 times 1 is minus 3. Then here, minus 1 times minus 4 is 4, and minus 3 times minus 2 is minus 6. Okay, so that's this, and this equals minus 2, minus 8 plus 8 is 0, 3 minus 3 is 0, and this is minus 2. So this is equal to, guys, if I take out the negative 2, I get 1, 0, 0, 1, which is k times the identity matrix, or negative 2i. So QED proven. Okay, question 4. S and T are points in a straight line. Work out the gradient of the line. Okay, that's pretty easy, guys. We do y2 minus y1, so minus 4 minus 2 over 5 minus minus 7. 5 minus, just 5 minus 7. 5 minus 7, which equals negative 6 over negative 2, which is 3. Gradient is 3. Work out the distance between S and T. Give your answer in this form. Okay, so let me just do the distance formula here. So distance is equal to the square root of, let's do that again, is the square root of x1 minus x2 squared, so 7 minus 5 squared, plus y1 minus y2 squared, which is 2 minus minus 4, which is plus 4 squared. Okay, now I'll move down. This is then equal to the square root of, this is 7 minus 5 is 2, so it's 2 squared, which is 4, plus 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 squared is 36. So this is equal to root 40. And he wants it in this form. Well, root 40, guys, is, if I take out the square number, it's root 4 times root 10. And root 4 is 2 to root 10. Okay. Part 5. Question 5. X, n, and y are the nth terms of two sequences. Prove that every term of the sequence with nth term yn minus xn is a multiple of 3. Okay, so we just need to do this minus this. Okay, let's do that. Yn minus xn is equal to m plus 1 times m plus 2 minus n minus 1 times n plus 1. Okay, this is n squared plus 2n plus 1n, which is plus 3n, plus 2, and then minus, just be careful guys, I'm going to do a big bracket here, this will be n squared, this is actually n squared minus n plus n, which is 0, and then minus 1, so it's n squared minus 1, which is equal to n squared plus 3n plus 2 minus n squared plus 1, which is equal to the n squareds cancel. I'm left with 3n plus 3, which is equal to 3 times n plus 1. That shows that this is a multiple of 3 for any value of n. Therefore, multiple of 3. Okay, question 6. The equation of a curve is this. Work out the equation of the tangent to the curve at this point. Give your answer in this form. Okay, so we need a point and a gradient. We have the point, we can get the gradient. The gradient we can get from differentiation. So it's x to the 6 plus 4x squared minus 7. Sorry, differentiate this, dy dx is equal to multiply by the power 6, subtract 1 from the power of 5, plus same thing 8x, and this disappears. So at 1 minus 2 dy dx equals 6 times 1 to the power of 5 plus 8, which is equal to 14. Okay, so now I have my point, I have my gradient. I can use the formula. Let's use y minus y1 equals m into x minus x1. You can do y equals mx plus c if you want, guys, but it's y. This is y minus y1 is negative 2, so it's going to be plus 2 equals m 14 into x minus x1, which is 1. He wants it in this form. Y plus 2 equals 14x minus 14, giving me y equals 14x, and minus 14 minus 2 is minus 16. Question 7. The diagram shows a cone and a prism. The cone has radius, okay, fine, prism, fine. The length of this is, okay, the volume of the cone is 4 times the volume of the prism. Express or in terms of y. Okay, I'm going to do it over here, guys, for the cone, here for the prism. Obviously, you write down there, but it's just so we can all see it. So, volume of the cone is equal to volume equals a third area of the base times perpendicular height. Area of the base is pi r squared. The height is x. Okay, easy. Volume of the, okay, I'll call that cone, and this will be volume of the prism. This is equal to area times length. The area is a half base times height, so it's a half y times y, which is y squared, times x. Okay, so here we have a volume of the cone, volume of the prism. The volume of the cone is 4 times bigger than the volume of the prism. So the volume of the cone, a third pi r squared x, equals 4 of these, 4 prisms. So it's going to be 4 over 2 y squared x. Okay, we want to find r in terms of y. Okay, so first and foremost, I can cancel the x's. Nice. Then I can say multiply across by 3, so pi r squared is equal to 4 over 2 is 2, by the way, guys, and 2 times 3 multiplied by 3 is 6, so that's 6y squared. Then r squared is 6y squared over pi, and then r is the square root of 6y squared over pi, and I think that is it. That's the right answer. Okay, square root of 6y squared over pi. Question 8. Circle has center this, radius this, straight line has equation this. I want the two coordinates of the coordinates of the 2 points where they intersect. Do not use triangle improvement. Okay, so the equation of the circle, equation of circle. So that is x squared plus y squared, because the center is 0, 0. It's x minus a squared plus y minus b squared, where a and b is the center, but obviously it's just 0. And then equals radius squared, 5 squared, which is 25. So this equals this. Okay, then I'm going to solve simultaneous equations. So I'm actually going to sub this into this, but I think I would like to make this in terms of x. So x equals 2y minus 5 if I just subtract the 5. Okay, now I can sub this x into here. So I get 2y minus 5 squared plus y squared equals 25. Multiply this out. I'll do it quite the quick way, guys, but make sure you know how to do it. 4y squared minus 20y plus 25 plus y squared equals 25. Add these two, I get 5y squared minus 20y, and then luckily these two cancel, so this equals 0. Divide everything by 5. Y squared minus 4y equals 0. Factorize y into y minus 4 equals 0. Y equals 0, or y minus 4 equals 0, and y equals 4. Okay, now we know x is 2y minus 5. Let's write that here. X equals 2y minus 5. So here, x equals 2 times 0 minus 5, or just minus 5. And here, x is 2 times 4 minus 5, which is 8 minus 5, which is equal to 3. So this coordinate is minus 5, 0, and this coordinate is 3, 4. Question 9. Make y the subject. Okay, cross multiply. So I get w times y squared minus 2 equals y squared plus 5. Multiply out. I need to get y on its own, guys, so I need to get it out of this bracket. So I get wy squared minus 2w equals y squared plus 5. All the terms with y in them, get them over on the left. So I'll have wy squared minus this y squared equals 5, and then I'll get the other terms without the y over to the right. So I'll plus this 2w here, plus 2w. Then I will take out the y squared. I have w minus 1 equals 5 plus 2w. Then I will divide. Y squared is 5 plus 2w over w minus 1. And then finally, I have y is equal to the square root of 5 plus 2w over w minus 1. Done. That is question 9. Question 10. Rationalize the denominator. Okay, I have 1 plus root 5 over 3 minus root 5. Multiply above and below by the conjugate of the denominator, which means we just change that sign. So it's 3 plus root 5 over 3 plus root 5. So this times this, this. Okay, 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times root 5 is root 5. Root 5 times 3 is 3 root 5. And root 5 times root 5 is plus 5. Okay, denominator is going to be 9. Plus 3 root 5 minus 3 root 5. They cancel. And we're just left with minus root 5 times root 5 is 5. Okay, so just make sure you understand what I did there. This will give me 3 plus 5 is 8. Plus 1 root 5 plus 3 root 5 is 4 root 5 over 4. And this is going to work out quite nicely, guys. Divide above and below by 4. And I get 2 plus root 5. Done. Question 11. Work out the positive value of x for which the second derivative is equal to 55. Okay, so let's get the second derivative. First derivative, dy dx, is equal to, multiply by the power, so it's 4 over 12 x cubed, plus, multiply by the power, 6x, and then the rest is gone. Then second derivative, d2y dx squared, is equal to, multiply by the power here, I'm going to get 12 over 12, which is just 1, so it's just going to be x squared, subtract 1 from the power, and this is plus 6. Okay, so that's the second derivative. Set it equal to 55, x squared plus 6 equals 55, which means x squared equals 55 minus 6, which is 49. X is equal to plus or minus 7. He says the positive value, x equals 7. Done. Question 12a. Write down the value of x for which sine of x is negative 1. Okay, so guys, I like to use the unit circle here. Where sine is the y coordinate, it is down here. That is 0, negative 1. Y coordinate is negative 1. What is that angle? Well, it's 90, 180, 270. So this angle is 270 degrees. Okay, that was only 1 mark. Part B, work out the value of y for which this root 3 tan y equals 1. Okay, so first, definitely, guys, let's do tan y is 1 over root 3. Okay, now we're going to solve this. Tan of y is 1 over root 3. So the acute angle, we need to know, guys, without the calculator, 1 over root 3 is 30 degrees. So the acute angle is 30 degrees. You need to know that, guys. You need to know that tan of y is, tan of 30 is 1 over root 3. Okay, then we go to our cast diagram here. And I know it is positive. The tan of y is positive. So in our CAST, it's in this quadrant or this quadrant. This one is 30, and then this one is 180 plus 30. So my two answers are going to be 30 degrees and or 210, 180 plus 30, which is 210 degrees. Question 13. Write this as a single fraction. Give your answer in its simplest form. Okay, so I think we'll get a common denominator of 3x. Okay, so we'll do 3x here minus 3x here, and then plus 3x here. So this is a common denominator. This one, I've times the bottom by 3, so I times the top by 3. Let's do it. Let's multiply it out, guys. It's 6x minus 9. That's this times 3. This one, I haven't multiplied the bottom by anything, so I don't multiply the top by anything. And this one, I multiply the bottom by 3x, because that's like 1 over 1, so I multiply the top by 3x. Now, the denominator is the same, so I can go straight to 6x minus 9 minus 1 plus 3x. So it's 6x minus 9 minus 1 plus 3x, which is equal to 6x plus 3x is 9x. Minus 9 minus 1 is minus 10 over 3x, and we're done. Question 14. Solve where is this less than or equal to 10, where x is positive. Okay, because x is positive, guys, I can multiply across, which is quite good. Be very careful, though. Normally, you cannot just multiply across an inequality sign because you have to be sure that you're multiplying by a positive number. In this case, we are. So we're going to multiply across by x. 8 plus 3x squared is less than or equal to 10x. Okay, now make a quadratic inequality less than or equal to 0. So 3x squared minus 10x plus 8 less than or equal to 0. Factorize this. Let's do a times c, which is 3 times 8 is 24. Factors of 24 to give me 10 are negative 10. It's minus 6 and minus 4. So this is 3x squared minus 6x minus 4x plus 8 less than or equal to 0. 3x into x minus 2 minus 4 into x minus 2. 3x minus 4 x minus 2 less than or equal to 0. Okay, then you sketch this, guys, just to make sure you know what's going on. So you sketch the quadratic. It would have roots. It's a smiley face. It will have roots at 2 and 4 over 3 if you solve these two, guys. So you'll have 4 over 3 and 2. This is the quadratic. It goes down and up through there. Where is it less than or equal to 0? Well, it's less than or equal to 0 down here. So greater than 4 over 3 and less than or equal to 2. So this is x is greater or equal to 4 over 3 and less than or equal to 2. Question 15. Solve this. Okay, firstly, guys, let's multiply out this bracket. This is x to the half minus x to the 3 over 2 times x to the half minus x to the 3 over 2. This equals x to the half times x to the half. So this is like just multiplying out a bracket, guys. This times this, and this times this, and this times this, and this times this. So x to the half times x to the half is just x, because we add the powers. X to the half times minus x to the 3 over 2 is going to be minus x squared, because a half plus 3 over 2 is 4 over 2, which is 2. So give me x squared. And then here, this times this is the same thing, so it's going to be minus x squared. And then this times this is going to be plus, and it's going to equal x cubed, because it's 3 over 2 plus 3 over 2, which is 6 over 2, which is cubed. Okay, so this is x minus 2x squared plus x cubed. Okay, now this equals this, so let's go to here, x cubed minus 2x squared plus x equals x squared plus x. Okay, now these cancel nicely. This is x cubed minus 3x squared equals 0. Take out the x squared, and have x minus 3 equals 0. So x squared equals 0, or x minus 3 equals 0. So my two solutions are x equals 0 or x equals 3, because I add the 3 here. Okay, that is question 15. Question 16. Expansions of this and this have the same coefficient of x squared, work out the value of a. Okay, I think, guys, we're just going to have to expand them both. Okay, so let's do the first one. 1 plus 12x to the power of 4 is equal to, I'll just do Pascal's triangle down here, guys, out of the way. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Okay, this is 1 bracket, bracket, plus 4 bracket, bracket, plus 6 bracket, bracket, plus 4 bracket, bracket, plus 1 bracket. Nearly had enough space. Bracket. Okay, in here goes 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and in here goes 12x, 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 12x. This power is 4, 3, 2. Hang on, what am I doing? 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's leave it there for a second. It's the coefficient of x squared. So the term we're looking for is this one. This is the one that's going to have the x squared in it, because obviously there's a x squared there. So let's wait a second. Now, do highlight it, guys, just so you're showing the examiner you know which term we're going to use. Okay, then I have a plus 4x cubed. Now this is 1 bracket, bracket, plus 3 bracket, bracket, plus 3 bracket, bracket, plus 1 bracket, bracket. Obviously I'm using the first one, I used this row, and the second one I'm using this row because it's to the power 4 and the to the power 3. This is then a. This is 4x, 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 3, 2, 1, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. Now this one is this term, because again he's got the x squared term in it. Okay, so this term must equal this term, and it says the coefficients are the same, but let's just, obviously they both have x squared, so I can cancel them anyway. So this one is 6 times, careful that I have to square the 12, guys, so it's 6 times 144 x squared. This equals 3, well, it's 3 times 16, so it's 3 times 16 times a x squared. So the 3 from there, the 16 from the 4 squared, a is obviously from here, and then the x squared is there. Okay, so we will divide both sides by the x squared, so it's the coefficients that are equal, so whatever. Then I'm going to do divide both sides by 3. 3 into this goes once, 3 into this goes 2 times. I'll divide both sides, guys, by, well, let's go divide by 2. 2 into this goes once, 2 into this goes 8. Okay, so now I have 8a equals 144. So a is equal to 144 over 8, which is equal to 1 into 4, 8 into 14 goes once, remainder 6, and 8 into 64 goes 8 times, so a is equal to 18. So guys, look, there are quicker ways to do that where you don't expand the whole thing out, but definitely I think in terms of not making a mistake, I don't think that took me too long to do it, and it's good practice for other types of questions where you do have to expand the whole thing out. Okay, that's question 16. Question 17. The curve y equals this has a stationary point at minus 211. Work out the values of a and b. Okay, so firstly, guys, stationary point, immediately you should just write this down. dy dx equals 0. You probably get a point for that, even if you do nothing else. Maybe. Anyway, if dy dx is 0 at the stationary point, let's get dy dx. So it's multiplied by the power, guys, 3ax squared. Subtract 1 from the power. Multiply by this power, 2bx. And then the derivative of 7 is 0, so that disappears. So at at -2, 11, dy dx is 3a -2 squared plus 2b -2, and this equals 0. Okay, -2 squared is 4, 4 times 3 is 12, so that's 12a minus 4b equals 0. Okay, so that's one equation with two unknowns. Let's divide by 4, guys, just to make it a bit easier. 3a minus b equals 0, and why not just say b equals 3a. Okay, so that's my one equation. Then it's one equation with one unknown. I need a second equation. Now, I haven't used this 11 yet, so guys, if you're confused or you don't know what to do, think, has he given me another bit of information that I haven't used? And the answer is yes. So this is a point. It's a stationary point, but it's a point on the curve. So that means if I sub x and y into the curve, it will equal. So I'm going to do that and make another equation. I'll sub 11 for y, so 11 equals, and -2 for x. So it's a times -2 cubed plus b times -2 squared plus 7. That means 11 is equal to, that's -8, guys, -8a plus 4b plus 7. Okay, and then however you want to do this, guys, I think we'll go with just subtract the 7 here. So 4 equals -8a plus 4b, and we can divide by 4. So 1 equals -2a plus b. Now we know that b is equal to 3a. So let me just write here. B equals 3a from this first equation. So now I can say, I'm going to use some space down here, guys. I'm going to sub this 3a in here. So 1 equals -2a plus 3a, which means 1a equals 1. So a is equal to 1, and we know b is therefore equal to 3 times 1, which is 3. Okay, that is question 17. Question 18. Solve the simultaneous equations. Do not use trial and improvement. Okay, so we need to start eliminating things. The third equation, guys, has no x in it, so why don't we start with the first two and eliminate x? So I'll multiply this equation by 2 to make the x's the same. Okay, so I have 2x plus y equals 13, and then this times 2 is 2x plus this times 2 is 6z, and this times 2 is 4. Okay, same sign, subtract, guys. My x's are the same sign, so I'll subtract. This is 0. Y minus 6z, so they don't, we can't do anything, so we'll just say y minus 6z is equal to, and then I'll do 13 minus 4 is 9. So y minus 6z equals 9. Now I have a y and a z, and this bottom equation is a y and a z. So let's multiply this one by, now I'll multiply this one by 2 to get my y's the same. Okay, so this guy is, this times 2 is 2y minus 12z equals 18. And then this guy is minus 2y plus z equals minus 7. Same signs subtract, guys. So different signs add. So we'll add these. They're gone. Minus 12 plus 1 is minus 11. So it's minus 11 minus 11z. Minus 11z is equal to 18 minus 7, which is 11. So z is equal to -1. Okay, now I'll use this equation that has just a z and a y in it to get y. So I'll have z Let's do it here. Z minus 2y equals minus 7. I know z is minus 1, so minus 1 minus 2y is minus 7. Minus 2y is minus 7 plus 1, which is minus 6. And then y is equal to 3. Okay, now I've got z, I've got y. I can get x from, well, I can get x from any of these. I'll get it from that first one. X plus 3z equals 2. X plus 3 times minus 1, which is minus 3, equals 2. And then x equals 5. So x is 5, y is 3, z is minus 1. 5, y is 3, z is negative 1. Question 19. 8x squared plus 20x plus n is equivalent to this. Find CT and n. Okay, so guys, when they're equivalent, we can do this thing where we equate the coefficients. So 8x squared plus 20x plus n is equivalent to, now let's multiply this out. This is going to be c times, multiply out the bracket, it's x squared plus, careful guys, it's 2dx plus d squared plus 3. And then let me just put this into cx squared plus 2cdx plus cd squared plus 3. Now, we do this thing where we can basically say the coefficients of x squared, the 8 on the left, must equal to the c, because this is the only one with the x squared. It's the only x squared term. So straight away we have c equals 8. Then we can say that the 20, the coefficient of the x, must equal 2cd. And then finally, let me just change the color, guys. The 20 equals the 2cd. And then finally, the n must equal all of the rest, guys, because there's no x in any of these terms. So we'll start with the 8 equals c. That's the easiest one. 8 equals c. Then we'll go 20 equals 2cd. And as we know c, we can just say 20 is equal to 2 times 8, which is 16d. And then d is equal to 20 over 16, or 5 over 4. And then finally, n equals cd squared plus 3. Now we have c and d. C is 8. D squared is 5 over 4 squared plus 3. This is equal to, that's 25 over 16. Well, let's just write it out, guys. This is 8 times 25 over 16 plus 3. 8 into this goes once, into this twice. So I've got 25 over 2 plus 3, which is equal to 25 over 2 plus 6 over 2, which is 31 over 2. Okay, so now I have it. C is 8, D is 5 over 4, and N is 31 over 2. Okay. Question 20. PQR are points on a circle. Okay, we're given all this. Find, work out the radius of the circle. Give your answer in the form root k, where k is an integer. Okay, so we need to find the radius. Interesting question. What I can do, guys, is I can say, if this is 120, I mean, straight away, I can just see if that's 120. This is half that, 60. That's angle at the circumference is half the angle at the center. Okay, now we want length. This is a 6-mark question, guys. This is obviously not going to be easy. We need lengths. I think if we can get this length, will be good, because look, if this is 120, these two are the same because they're both radii or radiuses. So they're both the same, and it needs to add up to 180. So this is actually 30, because 30 plus 30 plus 120 equals 180. Okay, now the only length I can get, guys, is this one. I can get this from the big triangle using the cosine rule. I will do it up here. X squared, guys, obviously you're going to do it down there, but just so you can see. X squared is equal to 4 squared, 16, plus 5 squared, 25, minus 2 times 4 times 5, which is 20, times cos 60. X squared equals 16 plus 25 is 41. 41 minus, okay, cos 60, guys, we need to know. Cos 60 is a half. So that's 1/2. So that 2 cancels with this. So x squared is 41 minus 20. X squared equals 21, which means x equals root 21. Okay, so now I've got x. I just need to find the radius, let's call it r, obviously, for radius, and I can now use the sine rule. I can say r over sine 30 equals x, which is root 21, over sine 120, like this. Now, I know, guys, well, let's just multiply across first. Or, no, sorry, let's do it first. So sine 30, I know, is a half. That's one of the ones I need to know. So it's r over a half equals root 21. Sine 120, I also know. You guys need to know that. It is the same as, if you draw your cast diagram, guys, is the same as sine 60. So sine 60 here and sine 120 would be the same thing. Sine 60 is root 3/2. Root 3/2, like this. Okay, however you want to deal with this, guys. I think let's just, we've got fractions and fractions here, so this is a bit annoying. So I'll just cross multiply the whole thing. So it's root 3/2r equals a half times root 21, which is root 21/2. And then these cancel. So r is equal to root 21 over root 3. 21/3 is 7. So r equals root 7. So k is 7. Okay, that, guys, is the end of the paper. So I'll see you for paper 2.